Welcome to the next video in the series. In this video, we will talk about how to integrate Google Sign-in and phone authentication into the Houzi app. Before we begin, make sure you have met the following requirements. You have changed your app identifier, created and set up a custom key store for signing the app. You have set up the Firebase for your project, added SHA certificates like SHA-1 or SHA-256 to your Firebase projects, and you have integrated Google Cloud services to your Firebase project. Now let's enable Google Sign-in in the Firebase. From the left menu, expand Build and open Authentication section here. Click Get Started. If you are not seeing the sign-in methods, switch to Sign-in Methods tab here. Then choose Google Provider. Then Enable. You might want to add project name here that user will see when they want to log in using your app. You will also need to choose an email for your project. Click Save. Firebase is asking to download the latest configuration file and update, just like we used to update after each service enabled in Google Cloud or Firebase. We can skip this for now as we want to enable the phone authentication as well. Click on Add New Provider here and enable phone as a provider and click Save. You can also provide your testing phone numbers here. Keep in mind, Firebase allows 10 free SMS per day for phone sign-ins, but it also requires adding a payment method to your Google Cloud project, which you might already have added when you were adding the Google Cloud Map services to your project. Click Save. The next step is to enable App Check services. To enable App Check services, in the left menu, expand the Build option here. Click on App Check here. Click on Get Started and it show Play Integrity as registered. Although App Check is not mandatory for iOS. If you want to add App Check, you can go ahead and register your iOS app for the App Check. AppCheck helps protect your app from abuse by ensuring that only requests from your authentic app are allowed to access Firebase services. On iOS, AppCheck does not use Play Integrity API, which is Android specific. Instead, it uses Apple's Device Check or App Attest. So while not required, it is good to practice for security, especially if you are handling sensitive user data. Now we can head back to project settings and download the latest Google service configurations and add to our projects. Go to the project settings here, scroll down and download the Google services.json file for Android and select iOS project and download the Google services info.playlist. Copy these files and paste in their respective locations. For Android, expand Android directory, expand app directory, and replace this file. For iOS, expand iOS directory, expand runner directory, and replace this file. After updating the Google Service JSON and Google Service info.playlist, we also need to do some extra configuration for iOS project for Google Sign-in to work. Expand iOS project, expand runner directory, open appdelegate.swift, and it will allow you to open iOS project in Xcode. In the Xcode window, click on runner project here, and from the top tabs here, click on info tab here and expand the URL types section here. Here you need to enter the reverse Google URL scheme that you can find in your Google Services info.playlist. Let's copy and paste here. Expand iOS directory, expand runner directory, and open Google Services info.playlist. In the Google Service info.playlist, we need to copy this reverse client ID. Let's copy and paste in URL schemes. And done. We are all set to test the Google sign-in and phone authentication in our app. If your Android app is already released on Google Play, make sure to get the SHA-1 and SHA-256 from app signing section of Play Store and paste it to your Firebase project. So the Google sign in and phone sign up works for your production apps. Make sure to test phone sign up on real device. And that's it. You have successfully integrated Google sign in and phone authentication into the Houzi app.